Yeah.
and have a cool conversation. We're back here. I'm talking to Ysa here on the podcast. Ysa, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me on the podcast.
I am pleased to be here. Happy to be here. It's my pleasure. I love to announce and talk and pronounce and, talk about everything.
I love it. So talk to me about your podcast.
So my podcast is about my entrepreneurial journey. The first season I spoke to how I began, how it started, the journey that I took, the funding that I didn't get, the funding that I did get, how to business plan, the proper ways to do that, and, basically writing down your vision and making it plain. I believe in that. I believe in writing things down.
Yeah.
Because what it does is it speaks for you eventually, So
Absolutely.
The key part of my entrepreneurial journey was writing down my vision and seeing it come to life, because I tell a story. I have a bachelor's of science degree in accounting and I couldn't find a job.
Oh, wow.
So one day I was like, tell me what you want me to do, Lord. And he said, open a radio station. And I never in my wildest imagination would think that I would open up a radio station. So I have a FM radio station in Freeport, Bahamas. Yes, my name is Ysa Valdez. I'm on all social media platforms as well.
Love it.
But that was the highlight of my life, following a plan.
That's amazing. So you have a radio show on FM radio, and then how did that convert to podcasting?
So I don't have a radio show. I have a radio station.
Radio station. Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
I have a radio station. So I wanted to develop a personal brand. So I started a podcast. And season 1, I just talked about the journey from, I have 12 episodes.
Sure.
But I talked about the journey on how I got to open the radio station.
Yeah.
The plans that I made. I created a business plan, and I worked the plan, and I worked the plan, and I worked the plan. And then I still didn't have any money. And I went to look for funding, and everybody turned me down. And there was just this one day I was sitting down, and I said, I was on a beach, and I said, you know what? I leave it all up to you, God.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call out of the blue, and the person said, I'm supposed to fund your radio station. And I'm like, what? And here we are. It's been 12 years. And so that is what season 1 of my podcast is talking about, how I got from no money, $0.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no money, no food, no anything.
Yeah.
To opening a radio station, a gospel radio station in the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. I loved it. I mean, the story, the journey, and how you're sharing this is just how you share your journey. It's just so amazing. What have you found exciting about the podcast journey so far?
So the podcast journey is exciting in that nobody gets to see my face. So, you're able to express how you actually feel.
Sure.
And the exciting part is people actually listening. So I have people from Tanzania, I have people from Greenland. There's so many wide variety of people that are interested in the story, and I give a lot of nuggets on how to. I found like this incredible website with grants. And so that's on my on my podcast as well. And so it's just, it's exciting to do research and find information for people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's so awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
taking the
having
time.
me.
Hacks and Hobbies, this was probably not something that you start as a hobby, but it was a passion that you went into.
Yes.
And now you run a radio station for others to share their stories.
Yes.
Which is so powerful.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll catch you in the next episode.
Next episode.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice.
And recording, yeah.